This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, yeah, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the scoop, they dig it. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, yeah, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the scoop, they dig it. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. Lady Roscoe on point, she gon' tell you the drill. You got Yoko Camille, all work, no play, she gon' give you the spiel. Let's talk about it, what's the truth? They just keeping it real. Square business, that's the deal. They gon' speak on something, just pick a topic, get it poppin'. Not your average type of show, they keep it rockin', ain't no stopping. Controversial, who cares? We taking over, keep on watching. Motion steady on go, anticipation got 'em flocking. Ain't nothing average about it, just keep glad that you found it. Tell a friend about it, know we all about it, so we gon' speak about it. Yoko Camille and Lady Roscoe, leave no doubt about it. Scream it out from the mouth, this not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, yeah, they talking about something. Better tune.
All right. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Back
back.
again.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
We're doing this.
Season 2, people.
Season 2 in the house.
Boy, I'm excited. How about you?
Man, I am super stoked. I'm glad that we are back for another round.
Whoop, whoop. Another round. Another one. Another one.
Another one. And we bring them in with the bangers.
Man. So, what you been doing this off time?
Oh man, really just been sitting around hanging out with the kids and working on the stuff that we have and trying to get our next projects together.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Just started a new cake business, or dessert business, Babe's Bakery.
Okay.
So I'm doing not just your typical plain cakes. They're like Oreos, cookies and cream, chocolate Oreo, strawberry lemon. Then I have my strawberry Oreo bites, the video that we did that's going to be on our YouTube channel. And then I have the peach cobbler bites that go with them. It's just some different desserts, and I'm excited about that. I'm nervous, but excited.
I love dessert.
Well, you tried the strawberry bites, so you know how they taste. So just imagine
Delicious.
peach cobbler bites, cheesecake bites, a red velvet brownie. Yes. Yep. So it's all good. And I can't wait to get orders. I just need one order. Like, I don't need a whole bunch of orders, like, just to get me started, 1 or 2. So, I get the feel of it. Get the order, I get
baby
to people, and I don't want to be Sherry's Berries. I love Sherry's Berries, but I don't need hundreds of orders. Not at all.
Right.
And
hey, it's okay. You need a staff then too.
Right. And it's just me, so I don't want to get too overwhelmed. But besides that, I've just been, in my little acting bag doing different gigs here and there.
Right.
Our movie should be coming out soon on Tubi. It's been picked up.
Tubi or not Tubi.
It's supposedly been picked up by somebody else. So yeah, I'm excited about
really?
that. Yeah. It was supposed to be
that's news to me.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That's where I found it.
I got it.
That's where I found out. Facebook. It's supposed to be picked up by a different company that doesn't mind that it doesn't have as many episodes as it was supposed to have. So it's supposed to be coming out, and then he's already casting for new people. He needs someone to be a therapist for a divorced wife, which is, I'm assuming, me. And then I forgot what the other casting character is, but it's on Facebook. I'll find it and
kind of
post
update
it to our page so people can know about it, just in case. No?
Yeah, every opportunity is golden.
I mean, it is. It really is, you know, good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
You stupid girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's good though. I'm excited. I'm excited for things to come out. I'm excited to,
Mhm.
be on Tubi. I had some guy inbox me, somebody I used to talk to, and I don't know, he happened to be like, "Hey, I saw you on Tubi," and I was like, "Did you just randomly see me on Tubi, or did you come across my Facebook page and see
Right,
that I was on
right.
Tubi?" But I was like, "Yeah, I'm on Tubi."
Mm-hmm. We are. I mean,
Mhm.
what is it? Bite-sized theater?
Right. That's what I
Yeah,
was like. Okay.
I'm excited.
But I heard it's really popular. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Which is
maybe
good. I
we could
mean,
be
it's different. It's like what, 4 or 5 different movies put together into like the
right.
bite-sized theater. So you get to
Shorts.
experience, yeah. And sometimes I hate shorts, but being in them, I understand. Uh,
Because they
but you
tend to
get
be
to,
all over the place.
yeah, you get to see different categories of acting that we're all doing, and I think that's fun too.
I like your fitness one.
Yeah, that was it was crazy. I have one that's coming up that we have to film, and that one's a little crazy. I'm trying to figure out how it's gonna all come together, but hey, I'm
Hey.
ready.
Okay.
So let's get in this old episode.
Right.
Breaking the silence, overcoming.
Yes.
That's deep.
It is a pretty deep one.
That's not everyone likes to talk about things they go through. And I think that is one of the big topics that a lot of people don't talk about.
Right.
We are here to dive into important conversations about this matter. And sometimes it's often shrouded in silence, but it demands our attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a story myself about, and it's not one that I share often, but if it
Okay.
helps just one person, then, you know, I don't mind sharing. So it was one summer. I was, we had just graduated. Yeah, we had just graduated from high school. And I
Mm.
was in Jacksonville with some friends that I had graduated with, and I was staying with them for the summer. I think me and my mama had got into it, so I moved out, and I was like, "Forget this, I don't want to be there." So I'm gonna go stay with them.
You're grown
Go,
now. You graduated.
grown. I ain't gotta listen to you. I'm leaving. And so
Bye.
end up leaving and going, like I said, to Jacksonville, staying with them for the summer, and was out learning how to swim. Like I forgot, I think we went to like a YMCA or something like that, and their deacon, their deacon of the church, who was out there teaching us how to swim, decided he wanted to place his hands under my bathing suit bottom.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That's
Tried to put his fingers inside of me, sir. If you don't remove your hand right now.
ooh.
Yeah. That was my last lesson. My
Yeah.
last lesson. Keep your hands to yourself. What makes you
Right.
decide to do something like you're supposed to be teaching me how to swim, not trying to please
Yeah.
yourself, not trying to get off in the
Right.
pool.
That's so
And
weird. That means he's done it before.
right, you're that comfortable to go ahead and do that to somebody you rarely even know. I've maybe seen you 3 or 4 times, and you were that comfortable doing that. It's sick. It's sick. And I mean, I told them, I don't know what they said to him. I really don't care, but I felt that it is. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. I don't really know how to just describe it, but it's disgusting.
Sorry that happened. That's very uncomfortable, especially from someone who's supposed to be in a trusted position. And, I've noticed that a lot of these people who are predators or pray, they are in position that have access to these kids. So, child care services, schools, your doctor's office, like pediatricians.
I mean, when you have a teacher here in Houston who's at elementary school doing porn with the students in the bathroom.
You talk okay with that? Was that one lady who was okay? Yeah, because
For her
it came across my
OnlyFans,
feed.
making her content. It's in the
She was.
classrooms, in the
I sure did go
bathrooms.
find the video. I
I
found 2 of
didn't.
her videos.
I
I
didn't
did I had to find out.
I didn't know if there were children directly in the video, so I didn't want to look
Right.
at it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that you can do that. Then the other story we covered where the mother had her daughter waxing the people.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that's called? What do you think that's considered?
That's abuse. That's
Like
abuse.
the definition or abuse of a person, especially a woman or a child. The action of pestering or harassing someone in an aggressive or persistent manner. I mean, you have to look at all bases. And yeah, what's his name? Epstein?
Mm-hmm.
Mary J. Blige was supposed to be one where she was in her 20s and she had sex with a man that, not a man, supposedly, allegedly, a young man who was 15 years old at the time.
It's awful.
And he said that they had sex, so.
And he was proud of it, too.
It was Mary. Like, what young boy wouldn't be excited about that?
It's that power dynamic.
It is.
That's that power dynamic that, it's inappropriate.
And they don't realize the scars that are left behind by, and a lot of people do physical harm to themselves, just because of that. People themselves, they grow up to do it themselves.
Yep.
And
we don't want to, they talk about not the whole like quiet on set thing. Did you watch that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. And then,
Poor Amanda.
Man, we all knew something was going on because, she just went off the deep end.
But didn't he get her pregnant and make her get rid of the baby? So allegedly.
Allegedly, I think it wasn't him, but like somebody from the set, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was still supposedly, but we don't know for sure because that wasn't like confirmed from her. It was just hearsay.
And then you have Lori Beth. There's so many people on there.
Oh yeah, she just came out with that, and I was like, I believe her. I believe her. Yeah, no, because she was the most. Yeah.
To be like, I don't believe you. Why would? Okay, like the Cassie situation. Yeah. Everybody didn't believe her until the video came out. It's so easy to be like, oh, you're just telling a lie. You were fast, or you were this, or you were that.
To me, it was how quickly he settled that made me raise an eyebrow to the situation. Like, I mean, I've seen videos and interviews of girls talking about abuse, but a lot of times in Hollywood, it's like swept under the rug with these things. Like Dr. Dre supposedly used to beat up on his ex-wife. And so like, and it's like because I've had a situation with domestic violence, and then the person who knows the other person involved, because I didn't want to tell the story, but it got brought up because he asked questions. And I was like, the reason why we broke up is because of XYZ. And the person was like, oh, but tell me, you probably had a play in this, right? So it was kind of like on some victim blaming stuff. And I just thought, like, I didn't even volunteer this. You asked me this. And then you don't want to hear it.
My ex-husband, he did that when I was raped. Like I went to that one party and he was like, oh, you deserved it, or if you hadn't have been doing what you were doing, it wouldn't have happened, or some BS. And yeah, that took us to a very bad place. So the people
Yeah.
who do that, it's ridiculous.
And it's sad because it's surprising, but it comes from people you know. Because like I had a situation in high school, it was like just uncomfortable with another student, and I was just like, this is just not cool. It was just like I just didn't feel comfortable in the situation. I had shared to a friend what happened, and she was like, "You slut." And I was like, I just told you what this person did to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that constitute as me being a slut and
Yeah.
me leaving that situation. It's just, it didn't make any sense. And it was actually like somebody popular at the school too. It was like,
yeah, that's hard. You should have a support system when you're going through things like this. And you shouldn't have to be afraid to talk about it. And like if
right.
you or anyone like is a survivor, know that help is available. You can always get
Right.
therapy. There are support groups. There are a lot of different resources to guide you on your healing journey. I went out and I did counseling. I talked to a few friends. I did my work to get better. So make sure you go out and do the work to heal. And I want you all to know that you're not alone. We're here with you, and if you ever need anyone to talk to, we're always here for you.
Always lending an open ear for that.
Very much so.
What's going down with it, man? It's your boy Big Tone P, Mail Route Entertainment in the building, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go follow me on IG, big_tone_P, and Big Tone P on YouTube. Go like and subscribe to that channel. Shout out to Yoko, Camille, and Lady Roscoe. Not Your Average Podcast, man. Shout out. Much love, you know what I'm saying? Peace.
All right, and welcome back to the Am I the Asshole section. So today's title is, Am I the Asshole for telling my cousin that she is no longer allowed to be a bridesmaid in my wedding because she wants to bring her boyfriend, who is my ex, and I don't want him there? Okay, girl.
Oh my God. What do they think? They're the royals? Like, those are the only people who bring in their exes to weddings.
I'm going to give my opinion after I read this.
My apologies.
My cousin is currently dating my ex, with whom I ended things amicably. Although I no longer have feelings for him, I do not want him at my wedding, a day that is incredibly important to me. I do not want him there to potentially overshadow the happiness of the occasion. Additionally, their relationship is still quite new, and I worry that if they break up, my cousin will be glad that he is not in any of the photos. When my cousin brought up the issue of bringing her boyfriend as a +1, I told her that she cannot bring him. She became upset and tried to argue her case. Feeling frustrated, I finally told her that if she insisted on having him there, then I would rather she not be there at all. Now she is angry with me. I understand where my cousin is coming from, but I feel that she is not considering my feelings and the feelings of my own partner, whom I also considered when planning the wedding. Am I wrong for standing my own ground on this issue? So, what's your opinion?
Well, look, my thing is like, I get time has passed and people get with other people. My preference is that you don't date an ex or be with an ex. Like, that's just personally, has it happened in the past? Yeah. Or even when we were like young in high school, like people were swapping people. Yeah. But personally, it's just not a thing for me. And then if you're getting it's the cousin being upset, it's not her wedding day. So she needs to get over it.
First of all, how close are you? Or how close of a family are you? Because you're cousins. You're cousins. You're cousins. Why are you dating your cousin's ex? I don't care if it's your cousin, your sister, your mama, your uncle, your auntie. I don't care who it is. You should not date someone that your family member has dated or a close friend. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just so odd.
and what is so important about this man that you feel like you're going to come to my special day and bring him? I left him in the past for a reason. He's not coming to my future. Not with my new husband.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You can see him after the wedding.
Especially,
you don't even have to come to the receptionist. Just go straight home to him.
Right.
If it's that important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, how much did you know? Like, how much did I confide in you when I dated this
Exactly.
person?
Did you like him when I was dating him? When I was telling you things, were you like, ooh, yeah,
Are
I
you trying
wouldn't
to
do
break
that.
us
So
up?
he wouldn't have to worry about that with me. Like, what was your thought process?
I don't like seconds.
Mm-mm.
Like Hammy, you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Like,
No,
after
I don't
I've
shop
had
at
him, so
Goodwill. I don't shop at Goodwill.
we're not doing donations.
No, thank you. No. If I'm not the first person with it, I don't want it. That's why I love my house. I'm the first person
Everything's
here.
new.
Everything. I don't have to worry about nobody else been sitting in the tub. I don't think sleeping with other people's men or relatives. I think it's off bounds. And trying to bring your cousin's ex to her wedding, you need your ass whooped.
Yeah, like and you're fighting me on this? Like, they must not be black.
Girl, cuz my cousin would have a well whooped ass.
Right.
She would have been uninvited to the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things that she would get and not get. And a good ass whipping is one thing, right? That she would get. And one thing she said is that he would overshadow the wedding. And I wonder, what did she mean by that? Like, what did she mean by overshadowing? Like, is he a big personality? Will people be wondering why he's there with the cousin?
Yeah, it might be something serious.
So, and then if y'all left on good terms, I don't know. I just have a lot of questions, and I don't know. I don't think you're an asshole, young lady. I do not. I think your cousin's the asshole. And I think you should give her a good ass whooping. But hey, don't take my words, to heart. Do what you feel. But whoop her ass.
Right.
Whoop her ass. I don't condone violence unless it's necessary. And I believe that's necessary.
Unless it's necessary.
I mean, sometimes there are times when people need a good ass whooping. And so I think this is the end of the Am I the Asshole section. I'm going to try to find a good story for y'all next week. And see you in the next segment.
This is Music with Lady Roscoe, where we talk about current, past, and present music, entertainment, just for the best ears.
Yes, we are now talking about some entertainment and music. You got some stuff going on.
Oh my God, girl, do we?
Did he do it? Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did he do it?
And speaking of did he do it, 50 put out a movie, he sold it to Netflix called Did He Do It?
You're lying.
No, ma'am. He didn't already sold that to Netflix.
Oh my God.
50 wasn't playing.
I know Tubi was on point, ready to do. I mean, with TMZ, they did like a little documentary already submitted. So they were like, we are on point. And, people have been talking about it for years, but, I never not believed it. You know what I mean? Like, I've definitely believe there was some validity to some of these stories, but
there is a
with
whole
Hollywood.
73-page document that I have before me, and I have just been scrolling through the allegations, the screenshots, when him and his son was supposed to have shot that young man, and the pictures of the bathroom after that is just so much pictures with them with underage sex workers, pictures of Cuba Gooding Jr. supposedly being aggressive with the plaintiff.
Right. Yeah, there's been allegations against him too in his own court battles and situations. Cuba.
Yeah. There's one thing in the document that said that there's these little pouches, pink, they're clear pouches, and they have pink drugs in it. And it's called Tucci. And it is cocaine and ecstasy combined.
Yeah, I thought I heard of it.
Supposedly, Mr. Combs or Sean has all his workers, the chef, the maid, the butler, everyone carry those in a fanny pack or in the pouch. So if he wants it, it's on hand.
Fanny packs, the good old fanny packs, bringing back the 80s and 90s.
I'm a cook. What I'm carrying around drugs for?
Cooking up drugs.
I'm just making your food. I'm your butler. I just want to get you some juice or something.
Whoever he could walk up to, hey, you got the stash, you got the stuff.
Girl, no, thank you. When I get hired, that is not what I want my job description to say.
As a prerequisite is to be able to carry drugs.
No, I'm not a mule. I'm not nothing. I'm not carrying drugs for you out the country, in the country, nothing.
Right. They said Young Miami may have helped because technically they said she moved from one place to another with the drugs, which is considered like a smuggling situation, but it could have been, I'm just putting it in my bag like everybody else.
Right. And then, but see, the thing with me and her is that it was either the Jason Lee show or something. And she was like, I was just telling my friend last week that I really am a hoe.
It's that whole culture, like Amber Rose and,
Like you're being proud of, okay, it's the difference between, being proud of your sexuality and
right.
all that.
Yeah.
And just being what they're proud of.
Yeah, it is and not a coming thing.
Sookie and Sexy Red, I believe they're a character. They are just in character, and I don't believe that when they're at home, they're like that 100%. When it's just them and their family, it's not
and their children.
bow all the time,
Yeah. I just wouldn't choose that as my persona to go with because, like, with Suki, she had the people, sexually harassing her on different occasions. Once at like a basketball game.
Cyrus.
And then
whatever his name is, yeah.
And then a podcast where a guy became very uncomfortable because he was asking certain questions. And then she plays victim, in my opinion, when she's like, oh, I just feel, I'm like, no, because you chose this character. So this is how people are going to approach you.
It's still, they have to be able to separate the character and the person. So when I'm working and whatever, if I'm performing, if I'm getting paid, that's who I am. But if ain't no paper, ain't no cameras on, don't come to me like that.
So do you feel? Well, my question is, do you feel the same way for like people would say for like Bill Cosby? Like, should his show have been canceled and those other people lose financial backing from reruns, or should they separate from the character as well from the person?
I mean, being a whore and being accused of rape or molestation is totally different. Okay. So even though he handed those people the drugs that we know of,
the thigh gappers,
we don't always know exactly everything that went down. There may have been somebody who didn't know what it was, or he did put it in the drink. You know, I wasn't born back then, so I can't necessarily say. So I'm not
Right.
gonna say that he didn't do it. I know there is a difference between I'm handing it to you and you voluntarily taking it and me
Yeah.
putting it in there.
Right.
So I don't know what he did. I can't say.
Right.
I'm not gonna be there just because he was Bill Cosby. He didn't do nothing. I know plenty of people that look like they very nice on the outside, but you try them. If you're
Yeah.
going to.
I just watched some border security stuff, and this old lady from like China was trying to smuggle in like $100,000 on her physical personnel, and she was in a
Yeah.
wheelchair.
So yeah, just because a person looks a certain way doesn't mean that they're not capable of being low down and dirty. You know, look at R. Kelly. He's supposed to have been all this loving musician and for the
People said he
people,
was the Pied Piper.
the pissy Pied Piper.
You know, the Pied Piper took the kids.
Yeah, my boyfriend, he tell me about the real story, you know. So
and that's crazy. Them old fairy tales be tripping you out.
Oh my goodness. It's
Somebody
ridiculous.
with a flute's gonna come get you, take you away.
Okay, see, my thing about R. Kelly too, it's why the parents not in jail.
Man, say it again.
You let your child stay there.
Yes.
You knew how old this man was.
Yes.
If you wasn't there, you knew that there is a possibility that there were some things that could happen. Look, I'm not letting my child stay with a grown man that ain't their daddy.
I didn't even know R. Kelly was married until all of this started happening. I didn't even know he had a wife. I didn't know he had I figured he probably would have kids, but I never knew he had adult children with his wife. Like his wife, they had children, and
they
then
used to have it was a show.
Yeah.
And it was Eddie Murphy wife, Prince wife, R. Kelly wife, and they were all together. And that's how I knew that that they were married. Because their wives are gorgeous.
Like hidden.
Their wives are gorgeous. Eddie Murphy's wife, she's this pretty light-skinned lady.
You know, he's got like 10 kids.
Girl. Like, for them to have the bad, okay, and that's one thing people say too, and I was just to say it. For them to have like the prettiest and baddest significant other doesn't mean that they can't go out and cheat and do whatever. Because look, Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry.
Look, yes. There are plenty of men who don't look good or average to say, and their women look beautiful and they stay loyal. You know, all the people that she could have been with, but she's with you and your ugly ass.
Right. And then, like, did you hear? Let me find it. I don't want to get it wrong. Did I just close it out? The Dream was supposedly just got arrested for supposedly being accused of, was it rape?
Wow, for real?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the I just had it pulled up and I accidentally closed it out.
And the sad thing is like when it comes to hearing allegations coming from Hollywood, it's kind of like, okay, it might be true because Hollywood is up to some shady shit. Those people usually get away with things. But we're in this era of everybody, is airing out laundry. Like Cat Williams says, all the deviant people shall be exposed.
Man, so here it is. So it says Grammy winner accused of abusive, violent, and manipulative relationship filled with physical assault, violent sexual encounters, and horrific psychological manipulation. And that's the one who Nivea had a baby by?
And Christina Milian.
Yeah.
They both share their baby daddy. And honestly, Christina said that he was cheating, and I think there was some emotional stuff going on there, but I don't know the ins and outs, So if I want to look at a character of the person and the history, of their relationships, and that can
Yeah,
kind of dictate too.
You really have to start vetting the people that you encounter, that you meet, because these people are crazy.
Oh,
These people are
speaking of
crazy out there.
people and me, yeah, I wanted to talk about the guy that asked for my phone number
Oh Lord,
and spazzed out.
girl.
Like, I was getting food from McDonald's for my kids. I normally don't go inside. I go through the drive-through, but I decided to go inside, and this dude was staring at me. He was going into the bathroom, and then I saw he was on the phone. He was staring at me, and then he was coming out from the bathroom and still on the phone and staring at me too. So I was like, he obviously thinks I'm cute, or might look funny. But I figured it was the latter of the
Right.
one. So like, I get my food and I'm leaving, and I'm noticed he's already bypassing me, but he's looking through the window of his car. So I was going to just get in my car and sit with the food in my lap, but then I turned around, put the food in my passenger seat, and then while I'm doing that, he decides to turn his car around in a one-way drive-through to come back and talk to me. So I was like, whatever, let me just walk up. And he was asking me for my name, and I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And he said his name was like Wheeze, right? And I was like, "That's kind of weird, like the Jeffersons, Wheezy, like I don't know, like so."
Please.
Right. So I was like, he's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Well, I'm originally from California." I was like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "I'm from Michigan." And he was like, "Oh, are you door dashing?" And I'm like, "No, I just came to get my food." And he said he was like 35. So I was like, sure, why not? I gave him my number. Kids were in the car, but they were sitting, in the vehicle, not like they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So he ended up texting me later that day or night, whatever. And I figured it wasn't going to be immediate because of him door dashing, right?
Yeah.
Because like he was like, I'm door dashing,
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So he was like, yeah, this is Wheeze. What was your name again? And send a pic, right? Well, I'm not really a pic kind of girl, because to me, I'm like, if I send you a photo, it's going to be like, oh, then send me something sexy and send me something. So I was like, no, but I did give him my name again. I was like, I'm not really a selfie kind of girl. Like, not trying to do all this shit right now. So he gives me like a thumbs up to the message. And then the next day, it was like, he was like, what did he say? Oh, do you F with any guys out here? It was like F with any niggas out here?
Yeah.
I was like, no. And I really like the way he was coming at me already in the text message. So he was like, yeah, I bet you don't. It's ass out here and dry as shit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. And then I was like, well, how long have you been out here? He was like, off and on for 4 years. So I was like, oh, I thought you were just getting here from Michigan, but that means you've been here for a minute, right?
Yeah.
And so after that, there was no conversation, because like I asked my question, then he answered it, but then there was no like question back. And I'm like, I don't want to be like, oh, how about this? How about that? I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to leave it alone. So the next day I go to work, and he texts me at like maybe 1:00, and I'm at my job. Okay, mind you, I'm at work and I'm in the office, so I can't be like staring at my phone. We're allowed to be like kind of play with it and stuff, but we're like, if it's busy, I'm not looking at my phone. So
exactly, yeah.
Apparently he had sent some text messages. So one text came in around like 1:06, and it was just like, I'm gonna read it verbatim, and maybe I can insert it.
Shout out to Wheeze.
Right. I was like, I can definitely insert it later or something while we can, so they could see. But basically he was like, let me know if I'm wasting my time, baby. And he does like the little praise hand emojis. Mind you, I just met him 24 hours. So how are you just going to call me baby when you asked me what my name was? And then he goes, I don't do much chasing. Okay. Now, I remember it was kind of busy. So when I looked back at my phone, there was another message that said, the beautiful Hispanic women show more interest in me than these dusty ass black hoes. I'm good, baby. Prayer or hands up emoji. I know my worth. Good luck to you. No, good luck. You not really my type anyways. I prefer traditional.
First of all, you dusty bastard. How the it wasn't even for me or to me. But let me tell you something. Nobody wants your ass. Nobody. And if they did, they had to be blind or something was wrong with them because and I was
Right.
talking to my boyfriend about this the other day. Like I don't
Mhm.
understand why you ignorant bastards want to decide to get mean or disrespectful when things don't go
Yes.
your way. People are
Right.
busy. People have
Yes.
lives and jobs. It's not always an automatic response.
Oh my gosh.
And that was a huge red flag
Right.
already. You're impatient. You're rude and disrespectful.
Right.
So go find one of those beautiful Hispanic women and hope that they treat your dog ass right. Girl, that pissed me off.
First off, I was like, what do you mean traditional? First, I met you at McDonald's while you were door dashing. If you want someone
Yes.
traditional, go to church.
Yeah, I just what's his definition of
Traditional?
definition of traditional? Like what the hell does traditional mean when it comes to talking on the phone?
And honestly,
texting.
wait, I forgot to give you the time frame. So from him asking me if he's wasting his time to like giving me a heated text message, literally was 6 minutes. So like
He's a huge red flag. You see that hat above my head? That's what color flag he is.
That's
red.
the huge red flag.
He's red, baby. He's not that. He's not that.
I was shocked. I was like, first off, I was like,
what do you get out of it? Being disrespectful
yeah.
and rude. Well, you still lonely. You still ain't met nobody. If you were nice and you had patience, you could have had somebody that was probably for you. But obviously, God knew that he was not for you.
Right. And I had a feeling too, because I really wasn't trying to give out my phone number. I had just gotten out of almost a 2-year relationship where I ended up with a new baby, you know?
It'd be those type of people that make you not want to go into a relationship.
Yo, I was like, after that text message, I said, I'm good. Like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on our projects and these movies. Because if this is what's out in these streets right now, that's crazy. Right. I was like, if you don't take
I'm in a relationship.
Right. Man, like I was like, take your fresh and fit ass somewhere else. Like I just couldn't understand. Like it was crazy because I was like, okay, first off, you didn't even ask anything about me. You didn't even like figure out who I was. I told my mom the same story and she was like, well, what were you wearing? I said a tank top and some tights, but this was wearing a t-shirt and some sweats. I was like, and you're trying to holler at me at a McDonald's while you're door dashing. I'm not saying that you can't do stuff like that, but at the same time, what is so traditional about how we met? We met at a fast food restaurant.
Right.
How is that traditional? You need to present the same thing. I didn't even respond because number one, I was just like,
I wouldn't
block them. I thought about a few things that I
would have gave him a few choice words and then blocked his raggedy ass.
Right. I thought about doing something, but then I was like, nah, because like, okay, that whole message was coming from hurt. And that's what I was thinking about the other day too, is right now we're full of people who are hurt and hurt people are getting with other hurt people. And I think that it's better if I just take this break and not get involved because like people need to heal and technically I still need to heal. So I was
I'm
like,
in a relationship and I'm still healing.
Right. See, you
like,
see,
I have issues like expressing myself. Like I know for a fact that I have this issue. So if something's wrong with me, if he makes me mad, if he makes me upset, I get quiet. He'll ask me a million times what's wrong, and I'll say nothing. Sometimes it is nothing. Sometimes he makes it something when he continues to ask me. But the times that there is something, instead of me just being like, hey, you did this, I don't like this, I keep it to myself. And that's because prior relationships, I've said the issue, I've talked about it, and it doesn't do any good. Like, why am I steady talking to people and my feelings are made to feel as if they're invalid? So I'm trying to deal with that now. I know he
Yeah.
doesn't like it, but I mean, he's still dealing with it, and he knows that there's an issue, and that I'm trying to.
Yeah.
So healing is
That's
important.
good. Healing is important. That is the
Yes.
message of the day. Heal,
Good.
people. Heal.
Heal.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I was tapped out. I was like, I'm good. And I was like, well, and I was like, him writing that was probably him just really being butthurt too. So I was like, I was like,
But I mean, being butthurt doesn't give you an excuse or a reason to be rude to anyone else.
I was like, was he indirectly calling me a black hoe?
And see, that's what I'm hearing. Like, you dusty black hoes. Like, wasn't no hoe or none of that when you was trying to pick me up in my number. Yeah. So go on with that.
Go somewhere with that. So yeah, that he's a no-go and he's been blockoed.
Good, because that's exactly where he deserves.
And that
again,
reminded
shout
me
out
of not
to you.
doing it. Right. I was like, I'll make sure I block the phone number, but I'm definitely gonna post the
ladies. Be aware of Weeze out there in the San Antonio area.
Right. Yeah. And then when he sent me the spelling of his name, it was W33Z. I was like, that means that's not that man's real name. So
I mean,
how is that traditional? You should be like, so
who spells their name with letters? We still doing that? I mean, I'm 42 and I don't never remember doing that.
In a chat room.
Like, come on now. But hey, all right. Weeze, run, y'all, run.
Run as fast as you can, because that literally was like 32 hours or something. Like, I got his phone. It wasn't even a full, like, I feel like it wasn't even a full 24 hours that all of this really happened. And I was just crazy. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, most definitely.
So yeah, definitely watch out for those red flags. And
yes, y'all. Watch out.
Mind my business.
It can always get worse.
Looking to have great memories captured in time for you to see whenever you like? Want wonderful photos for any occasion? Then contact Christina for all your unforgettable moments you want to cherish forever. You can go to her Instagram page with Rain and Light, and in her bio she states from Austin, Texas to wherever you are. You can also go to her website, www.withrainandlight.com, and get started with your memories today.
All right, welcome to our new section. It's called Pop Culture Trivia Showdown. And this is where me and Lady Roscoe will go back and forth on different episodes, asking each other questions, and the other one will answer. And whoever has the most points, let's say at the end of a few weeks, will come back and give the winner. We'll come up with something. We'll make it fun. But for right now, we're going to start off with this pop trivia game. And like I said, me and Lady Roscoe are going to go head to head, testing our knowledge of all things pop culture, from movies to music, TV shows to celebrity gossip. So you know what? Let's go ahead and dive in. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. You going to keep score?
I will keep score. I'm trying to get everything up together now.
Okay. Don't be cheating. So there will be
no cheating.
There will be 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, and each round has 3 questions. So your first round is movies. Okay. Question 1. Hold on. Question 1. In which movie did Leonardo DiCaprio win his first Oscar?
Inception?
No, you need a hint?
Yes.
This film features a bear encounter and an icy landscape.
Cocaine Bear.
No. I'll give you one more guess.
He wasn't even in that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's a real movie.
I heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either.
No guess?
No, I'm doing terrible.
Okay, so question 1 is The Revenant. You got that one wrong.
Okay.
All right. Question 2. Who directed the 1994 film Pulp Fiction?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. Question 3.
Okay.
Which 2016 musical film features Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling as an inspiring artist?
Summerland.
Let's see.
Summerland, something land.
That is incorrect.
What's it called?
Let me give you a hint.
Something land.
It is, the movie's title refers to a type of dance popularized in the 1920s. You are right, it does have that in there. Just think if you were like just not singing but like humming or doing something, what like words would you say?
Singing land?
No, it's 2 words and they're the same word.
La La.
I'm giving you way
La La
more
Land?
hints. Yes.
Land.
So you got 2 out of the movie madness.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is
Right.
madness.
Now we're moving on to music.
Okay.
Question 4. Who is
4.
known as the Queen of Pop and has hits like a Virgin in Vogue?
That's Madonna.
Yes, that was too easy.
Yes.
Question 5. Which British band sang Yellow, Clocks, and Viva La Vida? Hint. Their lead singer's name is Chris Martin.
God.
I don't listen to them, so I would have
Is
never...
it U2? No,
No.
they're Scottish. It's not the Beatles because I don't even know who
No.
Chris is.
Think 90s.
90s band?
Yeah.
What was the song again? What was the name of the songs?
And the name of the songs were Yellow, Clocks, and Viva La Vida.
Yellow.
I'm gonna
Wait,
be the fake
okay.
timer.
Okay.
You don't have it. Coldplay.
Oh, yeah. I would have to be listening to them to know. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you hear
I
it.
don't know any of their songs, so no, I wouldn't have gotten this. Question 6. Who is the best-selling female artist of all time, known for hits like I Will Always Love You and I Want to Dance with Somebody?
That is Whitney Houston.
Yeah, you better get it.
I should be like, I don't know. That was funny.
All right. Question 7. Round 3. TV time.
TV time.
What is the name of the fictional town where the Simpsons live?
Springfield. Shit.
Yes.
Why can't I think of it?
Question
I was like, The Simpsons, duh.
Question 8. Which TV show follows a group of friends living in New York City and includes characters named Ross, Rachel, and Joy?
Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking about living single up, friends. Hashtag shade.
I mean, you know, the real show. Question
Yeah.
9. Who is the creator of Game of Thrones, the popular fantasy television series?
R. Martin? No, D. Martin?
What was the first name you was about to say?
Something Martin.
What was you about to say?
R.J.
Say
I forgot
name.
it.
You was literally about to say it.
Oh, fuck. And it's
What's
funny.
the
I
G
love
name?
this show. George Martin. George L.
George
Martin.
R.
George
Martin.
D. Martin.
Yes.
G-
George R. Martin. I wouldn't have
I
gotten it either, and I love that show. I
I
don't pay
know,
attention to that.
I know there's double letters, so I was like DD.
Yeah, I don't watch, like, look at that. I need to start paying attention to stuff like that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Round 4, Celebrity Smackdown. Last round. Last 3
round.
questions.
Okay.
Which singer is known as the Material Girl and is famous for her controversial performances and fashion choices?
That's Madonna again.
Yes, it is. I don't know why they keep giving Madonna. Question 11. Who is the lead vocalist of the band Maroon 5 and has served as a coach on The Voice?
Adam Levine.
Yes. Last question. Which actor starred in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and is known for his eccentric personality?
I'm just going to tell you right now, I forgot to keep tally of score, but it's Johnny
That's
Depp.
okay, I got you. Johnny Depp is correct. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10 out of 12.
That's dope. I feel like I got
That
more
is.
wrong, but yeah.
I mean, no, the only thing you got wrong was The Revenant and Coldplay.
Right, that was hard. Hard.
The rest of them you got right. So, you have 10,
Yeah, I got 12.
No. So, how did you like the game?
I loved it. It was fabulous. It kept me on my toes.
Right.
I like to talk. I'm like a biggest shit talker, but sometimes I don't back it up. I do sometimes, but I'll be like, I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna whoop everybody's ass.
Right.
I'll be losing
Now,
terribly.
this is just an easy one. I just got an easy one for right now. So they will get harder.
Don't hit me with no countries and shit.
No, I mean, sometimes there may be math problems or,
okay.
general knowledge questions, like stuff we should know about our own United States of America.
I'm gonna have to do some homework.
I mean, me too. I ain't been to school in forever.
Right.
But I mean, it's fun. I think it's engaging. And if you played along with us, let us know how many points that you have. And next week, she'll have some questions for me, and hopefully I can beat her.
Right. How many we need to do 12 total, right?
Yeah. I mean, or we can score different ways, like whoever get the, I don't know, we'll figure out. We'll figure something out. But
that was fun. I
thought that was pretty cool.
Next week.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Around the World and Back, the segment of our podcast where we talk about the latest current events happening around the world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn something new. Welcome back to our Around the World and Back segment. Oh my Jesus. So I was on TikTok the other day.
Where?
And I seen the talk where they was talking about Jason Kels. He does not believe in washing his feet or his legs. He just let the soap run down. And they think that their legs and their feet are clean because the water has soap in it.
Is that how we do car washes? Do we just put soap on it and then just rinse it off? Like we don't wash it?
It makes me, when they say they don't wash their chicken and now they don't wash their bodies, it makes you want to just stay at home. Like, when I get in the tub, I soapy up the top half, my arms, get it all good, under the arms really good, with my loofah, go on down to my legs.
Right, you gotta put your leg on the shower.
Yeah, you gotta balance it up, get your feet.
I have this little foot scrubber on the bottom of my tub I just bought, so I just put a little soap and rub my feet on the bottom.
I got a brush, scrub. Like, it's dirty. And then if you wear shorts, those are getting more dirt on them than the top half of your body.
Right.
So how are you not using... And then, what are you bathing with? You're not using washcloths? Just your hands? This one podcast said that using washcloths are for poor people.
Yeah, I find that interesting. So I'm like, well, what do you wash yourself with? Like, maybe like there's a tool.
They said they use their hands.
But your hands are free. You have to buy a washcloth.
Yeah, those are for poor people.
Not even like a little sponge? Like
No, ma'am. They said
there's little body sponges.
poor people.
Yes, Kendrick.
They not like us. They are not like us. Matter of fact, let me play this clip.
Y'all wonder why your babies.
Yeah.
First off, why'd she say dummy? Like, use your hand, dummy. She said that so aggressively.
Like, how are you going out there in the world in 2024 and you are still telling people that you are not bathing with washcloths? You're not washing the rest of your body.
You know, fancy hotels have the cloths in the bathroom, like the shower itself.
Mhm.
They have the feet towel, they
Mhm.
have the body towel, and then they
Mhm.
have the washcloth as well.
Mhm.
Even this would go for Hilton.
Mhm.
This goes for any of the Wyndham hotels. All these hotels have these accommodations. So are you saying that they have a poor mindset because they're offering it to these individuals? So what does that mean? Or are you not staying in a hotel,
I
dummy?
I have no idea. And then I can't remember what I was looking on. And this one lady was like, I'm 53 years old or I'm something. And are you still telling me that we're having that debate about washing our chicken? I've never washed my chicken and I don't have any issues.
That's how the Native Americans died from illnesses and
Salmonella.
diseases. Yeah. They were saying that they were actually trying to teach, this is what I heard, but they were trying to teach the settlers how to properly clean themselves because they only bathe like once a month or something. So, and that's where
Ma'am,
makeup came into play. But they use
ma'am,
makeup to
we
cover the
always
dirt.
teaching them what to do. We other people are always teaching these people who are mutations how to bathe,
Mutations.
how to bathe themselves, how to prepare food the proper way. I mean, it is what it is. We're teachers.
Man,
We're scholars.
the food topic just
How don't you wash your meat? Any meat.
right. I
Some
do
good
rinse off
old
my meat, you
water
know.
and vinegar or lime and lemon
Just
juice,
like you rinse your vegetables and clean them. There was
apple
actually a
cider
debate
vinegar.
online about cleaning. You know, my grandma, she's old school, so she was telling me to she washes her vegetables with salt. So she could, if there's any bugs on them, I guess like exfoliate but you got to rinse off the salt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You said
yeah,
salt.
so
Okay. I thought you said
salt.
soap.
Yeah.
I was going to say soap.
Oh, no.
No. No, I seen people when you say wash their
I
chicken,
saw,
they actually
I saw the ticket. Yeah.
man, that's not what we mean by wash the chicken, man. And then talking about I put a little bleach
Yeah.
in it, and who are you trying to kill? Bleach on your chicken? Oh no! Remind me
They're
not to
trying
eat
to
at your
kill
house.
themselves.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So
You're
yeah,
like, but her Becky was so good. The food was so good.
I really put my foot in it. Takes a whole nother meeting when they don't wash their foot. But yes, that washing the leg, washing the feet thing, it's disgusting that they don't.
Yeah,
Very.
just at least, you know, I soap it up. You know, I bubble it up. Or
Right.
if you're gonna be like that, then soak in a tub. Damn it.
And still
You
wash
soak
your
in a
feet.
tub.
Like it's still, and then like on the talk, she asked him, "How long is your showers?" The other co-host, because he was like, "Yeah, I get all that." He was like, "About 30, 45 minutes." How long are they staying in the shower? Because she was in.
Well,
Well,
how?
I can say that one white co-host did say she does wash her feet because when she shave her legs, she has to do it. But the other guy, who is a very known actor, said he doesn't wash his legs. The whole conversation of we have to teach them again. Like he asked, so how do you get your feet? Like, you are a grown ass man. How you don't know how to wash your feet? How are you
You are
bathing your
a
kids?
grown ass man.
So okay, because I do know I have a friend who would only bathe her child on Sundays before they go to school.
Wait, how old is this child?
I mean, he was like first kindergarten, first grade, second grade.
The only time a kid should wait that long to shower or bathe is when they're a newborn.
Yeah, you go into school and you only bathe one time a week, and that was on Sundays.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching some stuff on TV. I'm gonna be honest. During COVID, I wasn't like showering every day because everybody was home,
You're in
and
the
I
house.
was wearing pajamas for like 10 days in a
It's
row.
a school kid that's going to school.
She said there is sweat going into this. There is a difference.
There is butt cracks and everything. Like, you
Booty juice.
are a different color than I am. So dirt shows up a little better on you than on me, So all these things come into play, Bathe yourself and your child. If you take a bath every other day, so should your child.
Did she state that she bathed more often?
She did. She took a bath every day.
Oh.
She did. I can say that.
She over here treating this kid like a damn dog.
I mean, hey, that's what she did. Every parent is different. People parent many different ways, and that's how she chose to parent him in bathing. It's my friend, so I ain't gonna talk too much shit about her. But I am a friend that I will tell you when you're grown. I will tell you when you're grown. Isn't it? It's not like I have never talked to her about this subject. So it's not like I'm talking about her behind her back. I'm a friend that if something is wrong or if I feel a certain way, I'm gonna tell you. And if you don't like it, then I'm not the friend for you.
Yeah.
Like, when her daughter was growing up and having situations, I'm like, you don't need to be her friend. You need to be her mom. Well, I want to be her. Look, being her friend ain't gonna get her, but in a bunch of trouble. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not just gonna let you do stuff that I see ain't the way it should be. Even though it's my opinion. But if I see something that's not right, I gotta tell you.
Because I wouldn't be a true friend
at all. The other thing I wanted to talk about, or you can hop in on yours, but how do you feel about they not like us? They not like us. They not like us.
Okay, so I was like, Kendrick came with the fire, and
man,
I do like his style. And I'm gonna be honest. Some people were like, "Oh, we were surprised he came out with a dance song." First off, like, I low key wasn't surprised because so some years back he had featured on Taylor Swift's "Bad Blood," and he had a fire feature on that. And then he also had produced the whole Black Panther, I think the first movie album. So I knew there was that catchy beat kind of tempo in him. It was entertaining. I feel like Drake may have gotten his feelings in the last diss tracks. I don't know what happened.
So okay, I'm gonna play a little bit from each of the songs. I'm gonna go Kendrick first. So that seeing him spiraling, making up falsifying information, reaching out to Kendrick's people thinking you're getting information, but they sold you a lie. Like Euphoria, first of all, the show Euphoria, Drake produces.
Oh, he does? The one for HBO or whatever?
Yes.
Drake with Zendaya?
Yes, Drake is a producer on there. The show about kids having sex and doing drugs.
Oh, so he took Degrassi and just like turned it onto some like sexual shit.
But that goes into play with messing with the minors and all that stuff. You have a show about kids doing drugs and sex. Like, come on. You're co-producing it, executive producing wherever you are. Like, no.
Look, and people greenlit this shit to be on, and it became one of the most popular shows. And right now it's indefinite hiatus.
I never watched it just because of the things that they were doing in there. I can't, as an adult, be comfortable watching kids have sex or the
I didn't
appearance
watch it
of them.
either.
Like,
Yeah.
So on that one, he talked to
Snapping.
his whole family. He had a conversation with his son, his mama, and his daddy. Who's done that?
That was pretty deep.
Who's did that before?
I think that was the one that when he heard, that's when Drake came out with some crazy, like I think that was the last one that Drake had did, and everybody was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was mid, because they said they could tell he was in his feelings at that point.
And then here is the last Kendrick. That song right there.
Fire.
Oh my God.
Did you see the TikTok with the lady and her husband in the kitchen, and then they had the song on, and she was doing like the gospel version, like, so he would say Kendrick would say the word, and she would sing it in like a gospel. I'm gonna send it to you because it was hilarious.
Man,
he was like,
Kendrick
oh man,
has re-upped the game and over there, like on California side, the thing and everything. Boy, they are showing out. Like, they really, when he made that, and then the same night they was playing it in clubs in Canada and everywhere, which made it so much funnier in your own town. And then in one of the videos that he did, he said something about the place where Drake got robbed, that Chinese store or whatever.
Yeah.
And put it on and had people coming in there off that song. And the owner, he did a shout out to Kendrick. Like, do you know how
that's
how
awesome.
bad that would make you feel?
That's
as
awesome.
In your own town, these people are supporting your op at the moment. Like, you lost, bro. And I mean, I would play his. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play his last one. That
I think that was the one that he was like butthurt on.
No, not that one. Hold on.
There was one that I heard that Drake did, and I thought it was okay.
This one.
Is that Sexy Red?
Yes. So him and Sexy Red did that off the BBL Drizzy. That Metro. Oh, Metro killed that BBL Drizzy. Might as well go hit that up too.
It just didn't go so hard. Yeah, that was funny. Everybody said BBL Drizzy.
When I tell you they have went in on Drake. They have made a fool out of him. Like, I mean, hey, and he tried to come back and rap on the beat, but I don't think it was good enough. I don't think it was good enough.
No, not at all. Drake, out of all of them, Drake had one diss track that I thought was okay, but I can't even remember the name of it, unfortunately.
I didn't hear his first ones. I just heard the Meet the Family, or whatever the name of it was.
Family Matters?
Family Matters, yeah.
I think that one was the one I liked.
That's the one that was in response to Meet the Family, or Meet the Grams from Kendrick. So yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. Yeah. It was okay. I mean, I'm not a huge Drake fan. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge Kendrick fan, but music is music, and Kendrick out-rapped him. I feel like he should have took a book from J. Cole, apologized, and sat his ass down.
Yeah, because J. Cole minded his own damn business and sat down.
Everybody talks shit about J. Cole, about apologizing and all that. But after he came out, we was like, you know what? We sorry. We apologize to you, Mr. Jermaine Cole. You knew better. You knew to stay in your lane. You knew this wasn't for you. You knew the heat that was coming. And you decided to bag up, take a seat, apologize. This is not for me. This is not my lane. You know?
Just stay in your lane.
Do you? And that's what Drake should have did. But
yeah, just bowed out gracefully.
Yeah, because now what can he do? Go back to acting? I mean, he can keep singing, but is it going to be the same?
You know, he going to still stay on the scene. He's got a machine pushing behind him, so.
What, the V12? The machine that they do the BBLs?
I was referring to the industry machine, but hey, they give you those etch and sketch abs. So
Boy, man. And I know you wanted to talk about Miss Nikki Manaj.
yes, and there's another story I want to get into too. But yeah,
Okay.
Nikki had just gotten arrested out in the Netherlands, and I had watched the video she had posted, and it's crazy because she was going to do a show, I guess, in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And as I guess they're about to go, the police decide to, with the pilot, decide to have her get out of her vehicle because they said that she had marijuana on her, which is actually legal in Amsterdam.
I thought it was
But I think
illegal.
they were getting on. From what I was understanding, it was legal. We can find out for sure.
I'm looking.
Okay. Yeah. So from what I understood, and she had already declared the blunts, or the security had already declared the blunts before they had got on the plane. So they said that they had already checked their luggage.
It's
but
illegal.
then now they were asking, it's illegal? Okay. So so they had already declared their luggage, and they were saying it belonged to her security guy. He could be the fall guy, whatever. But they already searched her, but then they searched her again, and that's when they found stuff. And that's why she was like, this is weird. Like, why are you searching me again? And she felt like it was done by somebody who doesn't like her, and they have influence with the police over there in the Netherlands. That's a theory that she's throwing out there, and to make her late for her shows, because there have been other shows that I've seen where she was actually late, or like in other countries, and people get mad, or like there was like a situation where like the sound audio wasn't working.
See,
I digress on that.
I used to be a Nikki fan. I really did. I used to be a Barb. I loved her, especially Pink Friday and all that. I loved her. Not so much now. One, you married a pedophile. What's your reasoning? It's not a good one. There's nothing you could say that could make me be like, oh, he's a good man, Savannah. No. Two, why are you lying on even though all celebs do it, why are you lying on your security? Again, I ain't really trying to get no job, and in my job description it is lie for me and go to jail or take the charge. That's not what I'm looking for. Like, be an responsible adult. Is your drugs. Say it's your shit. That's how I feel.
Maybe she just didn't want like a Brittany Griner situation where she ends up, because they were showing like the van of like what she got into. To me, it's like, here's the deal. I feel that certain people do get let go for certain things. So I feel like, her feeling comfortable enough to do this means that she has had other flights where the pilots have let things slide. And maybe that's why they felt comfortable telling them that they already have the pre-roll joints. But it just like, I can understand from a female standpoint of being scared, being arrested and isolated, being told that you can't have your phone, and then you're asking for a lawyer. But because you're in a different country, they don't have to give you one up front. They don't have to tell you anything, So I see where like being afraid in another country, especially like a white country.
I mean, yeah, I get woman, that. But also, if you're gonna do that it's not legal or whatever, you should be more cautious in what you're doing. You can't commit a crime and you know it's a crime. Then when something happened to you, you try to do like everybody else, give the tears or all that type of stuff. No, like, you did it. You brought it. You knew it wasn't legal. I mean, come on. The internet is free. You can look that shit up. And you go into Amsterdam where you can go anywhere and smoke. You can go in a coffee shop and smoke. You can go right down the street to a bakery and get something with weed in it. So it's not like you're not gonna find it.
Right, because I think the issue was bringing it on a plane, so it's considered like smuggling.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
in the Netherlands, it is illegal, but like for personal use, it has been decriminalized. But you're still transporting whatever illegal substances to and from the country. So that's what trafficking and all
yeah,
that, whatever that's considered. Yeah.
yeah. So that was an unfortunate situation, but I also wanted to talk about even hearing what's going on up in the Capitol and these women throwing words at each other. We had Jasmine Crockett
I love
call
her.
Marjorie Taylor Greene a
Let me
bleached
find it.
blonde, bad built,
Bad
butch
built.
body.
Lord, I love some Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my gosh. I am so confused on what is going on in Washington right now. Like,
So, of course, what it was the lady had made Margaret, what they call her, MGT,
Marjorie, yeah.
yeah, had made a comment about her and her eyelashes or whatever, and she wanted clarification of what is considered personal insults or whatever it is. So she
Yes.
decided to say that, and and that chairman knew, he understood and heard what she said, and the dude beside him understood
Oh my
it too.
God, he was priceless. He was like,
Man, it's
I was crying. I'm crying now.
it's like, where is it? I think I pulled it. I got it. Hold on.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here. You know what you're president. Well, you the one talking about. I think your fake eyelashes are messing up. No, I mean nothing. Hold on, listen.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words.
So she started off.
And
She started
AOC
off
was
with
funny.
the eyelashes.
Right. And
So-
AOC was like, you don't want to mess with me, girl.
Here she go.
Curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built bush body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Oh, what now? You know what? And
You
wait,
knew exactly what
he
she
might
said.
his Caucasian side may have came out. He may not have known. He may have been like, hold up. I feel like we should be offended, but I don't know.
He knew he was being messy. But no, he probably didn't. He probably didn't understand. But man,
I loved it. I loved the whole
do you know that
interaction.
she has patent or did it, whatever, trademarked that, and she's selling merchandise to help support the Democratic Party.
And you know what's so funny? I don't have a problem with it, especially with today's way of getting things out there and how things are being monetized. Like if Trump can make American great again, we
Right.
could have. And here's the thing. He's not even the first president to say that. If you go back to older speeches in the 90s, Bill Clinton actually used that as his campaign. So he used to say, make America great again. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't have, some people were like, oh, she's capitalizing on blah, blah, blah. I don't care.
Me neither.
You know,
Get that money, girl.
Marjorie's a bully. Like I have seen her attack people a lot, and a lot of people just let her slide. Like, oh, whatever. But like a bully will get like, don't dish it out if you can't
matched her
take it.
energy. She matched her energy. She's met the right person. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I thought that was something interesting.
Me too. That was
world.
great. That was amazing to me. I thought that was.
They got
wonderful.
remixes and everything.
So that's like the end of our show, right?
Right, we did it. We knocked it out, and we're about to go back to making dinner and living lives.
Right.
And
so I just want to
we'll play around.
I just want to conclude today's episode by saying, let's continue to encourage each other to break the silence and commit in, supporting survivors and each other. Together, we can create a safer and more empathetic world. I want to thank you all for joining us and watching us and listening to our traumatic stories, our crazy stories, our am I the asshole stories. And if you like we tell you before, if you have a topic that you want to hear, let us know. We want to know what you felt about this episode. You can reach us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We're working on our YouTube channel. Everything is Not Your Average Podcast. There might be a one after it. You can always find our lovely faces if you're not sure if it's the right one. And y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in, and that is our episode. Season 2, episode 1.
Average about it, just get glad that you found it. Tell a friend about it, know we all about it, so we gon' speak about it. Yoko, Camille, and Lady Roscoe, leave no doubt about it. Scream it out from the mouth. This not your average podcast. You ain't talking about nothing. When they hit the highway, yeah, they talking about something. Better tune in and listen. Get the schools they digging. It's just an open discussion. Now tell me what's your position. You know what it is. Not your average podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yoko, Camille, Lady Roscoe. Y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying?